In the previous lecture, we have derived the expression for electric field intensity due to volume charge, and also we have solved few numericals, that is evaluation of volume integral that we have seen. And one of the problem what I have taken, that is one answer we got minus 0.0785 picocoulomb. Minus I got, it is correct. Textbook answer is wrong. Whatever we have solved, it is correct. Okay. In today's lecture, we will try to derive the expression for electric field intensity due to infinite line charge, and we'll solve few numericals based on that. Okay. Yes, the derivation. E due to infinite line charge. The question may be asked like this. Derive the expression for electric field intensity due to infinite line charge lying along z-axis. Right? Infinite line charge may be lying along the x-axis or y-axis or z-axis, but here we have taken along z-axis, right? And in order to derive this, we will try to use the concept of point charge. Means what is electric field intensity due to point charge, that we know, that is q by 4 pi epsilon r square into ar, that we know. We will try to make use of that, and we will try to derive, because group of point charges, set of point charges will make a line charge, right? So we will see. First I will draw the diagram. X-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and we will place the line charge along z-axis. This is the line charge what we are placing. Let me take some other ink color if possible, right? I don't know, it's not coming. Okay, let it. Okay, this is the line charge. Just I will make it thick. Don't show it as two lines, right? And it is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. And the line charge density is rho L. Rho L is the line charge density, right? So this is the source point which is generating the field. The nature of field for the line charge, we know that it is cylindrical in nature. Everywhere the field lines will live normal to the surface of the cylinder. We know the nature of the field of line charge, right? Okay. Always in the field theory, first we will do the differential analysis. Means we will consider the small piece of length of the line charge, then we will integrate throughout the entire length. First we'll take the small differential length of the line charge here, dl, right? This is dl, so I will write it dl, differential length of the line charge. Since, and it is, this is the origin, and it is, this differential line charge is at distance z along z axis, some distance z, right? Since dl can be written as dz because it is lying along z axis, the differential length can be written as dz. Then the small amount of charge present in this differential length is dq, right? Then this is the source point. Then I will consider the field point here. Let me call it as P. I want to find out the coordinates. This field point is located at distance r from this line charge r, right? So the coordinates on x is 0, but y, what is along y axis? It is r, and z is 0. So this is the coordinates of P, and this is the field point. Then this is the small differential length of the line charge we have considered. Due to this small differential length of, let me call it as 1. This is the first differential length. Due to this small differential length of the line charge, the differential electric field intensity at point P, that we have to find out. We'll see that. So I'll join from source point to field point. Okay, it should be straight, not it should not be bent like this. So this is the differential electric field intensity due to the differential length of the line charge dl. Then let me make use of the notation. This is the distance vector r vector, and unit vector is ar. The angle, this angle means the angle between the line charge, this is the infinite line charge, the angle between the line charge and the line joining source point to field point. Let me call it as theta. Is it fine? Okay. Then this is the differential electric field intensity. It has two components. Every vector has two components, horizontal component and vertical component. Horizontal component along y-axis it will come. This DE has two components. Horizontal component DEY along y-axis, right? DEY along y-axis. Then vertical component, let me draw a dotted line, DEZ along z-axis. So along y component is horizontal component, along vertical component is z, DEZ. Okay, this is fine. The scenario is built up, and this is the diagram. Then I have considered one differential length at z. in negative z axis because the line charge is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. So I will consider one more differential length of the line charge here. Let me call it a second differential length, right? I will consider here. This is the source point and this is the field point. I will join it from source point to field point. So this is differential electric field intensity due to this differential length of the line charge. This is second differential length, right? So it also has horizontal component DEY and vertical component DEZ. It also has vertical component DEZ. But you can observe here, due to symmetry means here from the origin, if I just take, there is a symmetry. If I look upon along the y-axis, there is a symmetry. Means the differential length 1 and differential length 2, they are situated at the same distance, z along positive axis and minus z along negative axis. And due to these two differential elements, the z component of the field vanishes. This we will try to make use in the derivation, right? First, due to the differential length of the line charge 1, we will see what is the differential electric field. This one we will see that we can make use, means we can look at this differential length of the line charge as point charge, right? So I will write down the formula. The differential electric field intensity at point P due to this differential length of the charge 1 is given by, yes, q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into ar. Q means here the small amount of charge present in this small differential length dq by 4 pi epsilon naught, the distance between source point to field point is r square into ar. Call this as equation 1. Okay, what is this dq? We'll see, right? So line charge density rho l. So the differential length of the line dq is equal to rho l into dl. Can I write? Because line charge density is charge per unit length dq by dl. So small amount of charge present dq is equal to rho l into dl. But what is this dl here? It is dz. So rho l into dz I can write rho l into dz. Yes, this is fine. I'll substitute here. Then what is this r and ar I want to find out. First let me find out r, vector r. The coordinates, yes, what are the coordinates at this point? Let me call it as a of or something like that. Okay. a of yes, this is z, right? X is 0, y is 0, and it is from origin it is making distance z, right? This differential length 0 0 z is the coordinates. One of the point is 0 0 z and another point, field point, is 0 r 0. Next we want to find out the distance vector. So from source point to field point, 0 minus 0, x component is 0 and y component r minus 0, r into ay, then 0 minus z into az. This is vector r, and the magnitude is under root of r square plus z square, right? So r we have found out. What is ar? So we know the unit vector, the vector r divided by its magnitude, right? The vector r is r into ay minus z into az divided by the magnitude is under root of r square plus z square. Is it fine? Yes. Then we'll substitute dq r ar in equation 1 and we will rewrite the equation. Equation 1 implies dE vector is equal to, dq is nothing but rho l into dz. So I'll write here rho l into dz divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. And what is r? R is root of r square plus z square, but r square I want, so root will vanish. So I can write it as r square plus z square into ar. Ar is this one. Here we have, I'll write the same thing, r into ay minus z into az divided by under root of r square plus z square. Yes, I will rewrite this equation once again. Here dE vector is equal to, see here, r square plus z square whole to the power of 1 is there. This is r square plus z square whole to the power of half. 1 plus half is 3 by 2. I will rewrite rho l into dz divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square whole to the power of 3 by 2. 1 plus half, right? 3 by 2 into the remaining thing is the numerator term r into ay minus z into az. Yes, this is the equation you got. Call this as equation 2 or simply no need to call, so let it. Then observe here, due to this differential length line charge which is present at 1, This is the differential electric field intensity we got. But if I consider the same differential length here, that is at point 2, then the z component will vanish, means this z component should not appear, right? So z component should vanish in the field. So due to symmetry, I will write one sentence before. Due to symmetry, the z component of the field, the z component of the field cancels or vanishes. So see here, due to this, right, we have seen already, I already told dz, only dEy component is left out. So I will rewrite equation 2. dE vector is equal to this everything I will write rho l into dz, rho l into dz divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square whole to the power of 3 by 2 r into ay. This z component I will not write because z component will vanish. So r into ay I am left out. So r into ay, I will get this. Is it fine? Since I have only y component, I can write it as dEy because I have only y component. So I can write it as dEy. Is it fine? Then this is the small differential electric field, but I want the total electric field intensity at this point P due to this infinite line charge. Means I will write the total electric field intensity, the total E at point P due to infinite line charge, is given by, we will integrate the total E vector is equal to, integrate it from, I have to integrate from z equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. This is the line integral, right? It is situated along z axis. So line integral of z equal to minus infinity to plus infinity rho l, this r I will write it here, r rho l into r into dz divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square whole to the power of 3 by 2 into this unit vector I will associate and I will write it. Is it fine? Then we will see here. Yes, this is fine. Then I want to integrate. After integrating, I will get the final expression, what is E. But the integration is a challenging task. So z is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity. I want to change the limits of integration, right? So what I will do, just observe the diagram here. Tan theta. Either I can consider tan theta or cot theta, but I will be considering cot theta. First, let me write tan theta. What is tan theta? Tan theta equal to opposite by adjacent. Opposite is R and adjacent is Z, right? Tan theta equal to opposite by adjacent, but I will be using cot theta, so I will write cot theta is equal to adjacent by opposite, Z by R. So what is Z? Z is equal to R cot theta I will get. So I will substitute Z equal to R cot theta. Substitute, put Z is equal to R cot theta, right? So whenever, okay, I will differentiate. So differentiate z with respect to theta, dz by d theta. I will not write d theta, I will take that side. So differentiation of cot theta is minus cosecant square theta. So r minus r as it is cosecant square theta. This d theta I will write it here, right? This is fine. Then I want to change the limits of integration. Whenever z is equal to minus infinity, then what is theta? Theta is equal to cot inverse of z by r. Cot inverse of z by r. What is z? Minus infinity. So cot inverse of minus infinity. I will be getting pi radians or 180 degree. Then whenever z equal to plus infinity, the second limit plus infinity, theta is equal to cot inverse of plus infinity. Z is plus infinity, right? So I will be getting 0. This I will justify how I will get. Observe here. I will go to the diagram. Whenever z is minus infinity, the point is here, right? So theta is measured from z axis. So whenever it comes like this 0 to 180 degree, right? So whenever I am at z equal to minus infinity, theta is 180 degree. Whenever I am here, that is at z equal to plus infinity, theta is 0 degree. Because, right, got it? 0 to 180 degree, it goes like this. So minus infinity to plus infinity means 180 degree to 0. So I am getting 180 degree to 0. Is it fine? 180 degree to 0. So I will change the limits of integration. and I will write here only in this slide, same slide. So I want to change the limits of integration. E vector is equal to, right? So integration from, so theta will come into picture. I am changing the limits. It is from 180 degree, pi to 0 instead of, right? Then rho L into R, rho L into R. What is dz? Dz is here, minus R cosecant square theta d theta. So minus R means R square, R into R square, cosecant square theta d theta. I am substituting dz here, divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, then r square as it is. Then what is z square? Z is r cot theta. Z square means r square cot square theta. R square cot square theta whole to the power of 3 by 2, and this is the unit vector ay. Yes. So I will take r square common from this, r square. Yeah, r square is taken common, but r square whole to the power of 3 by 2, it will become r cube. R cube will come in the denominator. R cube will get cancelled. I am left out with r here. So r square is taken out, 1 plus cot square theta. So 1 plus cot square theta is what? Cosecant square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. But cosecant square theta whole to the power of 3 by 2 means cosecant cube theta I will get. So I will, after simplifying, I will write, observe what I am writing, minus rho L r square cosecant square theta into d theta divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. So from this I will be getting r cube after taking out. So 1 plus cot square theta is cosecant square theta. Cosecant square theta whole to the power of 3 by 2. Right? Cosecant cube theta I will get. Cosecant cube theta. After simplification I have written. So r square will get cancelled. R cube. I am left out only with r. Cosecant square theta will get cancelled. Only cosecant theta I will get. 1 by cosecant theta is nothing but sine theta. So I will write here E vector is equal to integration of minus rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, this r as it is in the denominator r, 1 by cosecant theta is sine theta into d theta. Theta is varying from pi to 0. So this is constant, minus rho L by this term I will take it out. So E vector is equal to minus rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught, r is taken out, it is constant. So this is taken out. Integration of sine theta. Integration of sine theta is minus cos theta. So minus cos theta, and this is minus is there already. And theta is varying from pi to 0. Theta is varying from pi to 0. Okay. This minus and this minus, it will become plus. This minus will vanish. Minus into minus plus. So rho L by 4 pi epsilon naught r. So this minus is vanishing. So I will make it plus both, because minus into minus it will be plus. Then calculate cos upper limit minus lower limit. Cos of 0 minus cos of pi. Pi means here my calculator is in degree modes. So what I will do, instead of pi I will take cos of 180 degree. Cos of 0 degree minus cos of 180 degree. I am getting 2. So this value I am getting 2. Cos of 0 degree minus cos of 180 degree, because I am not putting pi, because if I want to put pi, my calculus should be in radians mode. Since my calc is in degrees mode, so I will take cos of 0 minus cos of 180 degree. So from this I am getting 2. So 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja. So ay I should not leave. I have left ay everywhere. Ay. So rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught r into ay we are getting. So final formula I will write. E vector is equal to rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught r into ay. Then one thing we can observe here, r is equal to rho, I will tell you. Then ay is equal to a rho. How we will see it in the diagram? See here. Observe the diagram. This is infinite line charge, and better to use cylindrical coordinate system, right? So if I use cylindrical coordinate system, this is the radial distance, right? So r is equal to rho, rho equal to r equal to rho, right? Then this is along ay direction, this is radial direction, so it is, I can write a rho. It is equal to ay, one and the same. So ay is equal to a rho, r is equal to rho. So I'll substitute here. So E vector is equal to rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho into a rho. So this is the electric field intensity. And due to infinite line charge, volt per meter. Then what is electric field intensity due to point charge? We got it as Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. But observe here, due to point charge, E is inversely proportional to square of the distance between source point to field point. But here, observe here, it is inversely proportional to just rho or R. So here in this case, so E is inversely proportional to rho, that's all. It is not square of distance. So as we move far away from the point charge, the intensity of the field goes on decreasing heavily. But if I consider the infinite line charge, if I move away from the infinite line charge, the intensity of the field decreases, but compared to the point charge, it is decreasing in a slow fashion, not heavily, right? I hope, because it is not square of the distance, it's just inversely proportional to the distance. But this point charge, it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. I hope you have understood this, right? So this is the expression, derivation of expression for electric field intensity due to infinitely line charge, right? Okay. The derivation is over. If any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can speak to me. Is it fine? Okay. Next, you can observe in the diagram, if the line charge is placed along z-axis, here it is placed along z-axis, it can be placed along x-axis, y-axis also. So if it is placed along z-axis, you can observe here, the z component of the field has vanished, right? Z component will vanish. So wherever it is placed, that component will vanish. If it is placed along z-axis, z component will vanish. If it is placed along y-axis, y component will vanish. If it is placed along x-axis, x component will vanish. The same thing I have written here. If the line charge is located along z-axis, z component will vanish. And if it is along y-axis, y component will vanish. If it is along z-axis, sorry, x-axis, x component will vanish. It will be absent or vanish, right? Next, derivation is over. Next, one more concept we have to understand. Suppose, yes, I will draw the diagram and then I will explain. X-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So in the previous derivation, what we have seen, the line charge was placed along z-axis. But here, what we are doing, we are placing the infinite line charge parallel to z-axis, means somewhere here, or here, or here, anywhere, right? So we will try to locate where it is exactly. Location of infinite line charge other than z-axis, not on the z-axis, parallel to z-axis. Then we will try to locate the line charge at x equal to 6 and y equal to 8. X equal to 6, somewhere it will come here, and y equal to 8. X equal to 6, y equal to 8, somewhere it will come here. X equal to 6, this point will come here, right? X is 6 and y is 8. So we will place the line charge here, which is parallel to z-axis. Yes, this is the line charge we are placing. The line charge density is rho L, right? Then we want to find out electric field intensity at point P of x, y, z. We will take some point P here, anywhere, whose coordinates are x, y, z. So this is the field point and this is the source point which is generating the field. So always the distance between source point and field, always for infinite line charge, it has to be perpendicular. Always take perpendicular, right? Don't take this cross distance like this. Don't take, never ever, right? Always the perpendicular. So it is rho. This distance is rho, right? Okay, we will just, I will call this distance as rho and unit vector we will try to make it as arrow. Then I want to write down I know what is the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. I know the formula, that is rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho into arrow. So rho L, line charge density, by 2 pi epsilon naught, the distance between source point to field point is rho into arrow. This is fine, we know this. But what is rho and arrow, how to calculate it? That is our intention here. So here I have the coordinates x, y, z. But here what about the coordinates? Let me call it as A of, what are the coordinates of this? So on this line everywhere, x is 6 and y is 8. So x is 6 and y is 8. What about z? Right? Since it is perpendicular, means the value of z, whatever the value of z is here, it should be same. So it is z only. Then only they will be perpendicular to each other or normal to each other, right? So if it is z here, I should write z. If it's having some value 3, here I should write 3. Got it? Or 4 means 4. So here I am taking it as z. Okay, now I want to find out the rho vector. Rho vector. Let me make it as rho vector. Magnitude is source point to field point. Magnitude. Rho vector is equal to, find out the distance, x minus 6. X minus 6 whole square into ax. Then y minus 8 plus y minus 8 into ay then z minus z will cancel out, means z component has to be cancelled because the line charge is placed along z axis. Parallel to z axis means z component should vanish. If the line charge is placed along z axis, sorry, x axis, x component will vanish. Since the line charge is placed along z axis, parallel to z axis, z component should not come into picture. If az is coming into picture means we are doing wrong somewhere, right? We have to understand like that. Then what is a rho? A rho is equal to the vector rho, the vector rho divided by its magnitude. Vector rho is this and magnitude is rho, right? So what is magnitude? Rho is equal to under root of, sorry, I have written wrong here. It is not square here, just x minus 6. Under root of x minus 6 whole square plus y minus 8 whole square. This is rho. So substitute the value of rho and a rho here in equation 1. Let me call this as equation 1. So I will rewrite the formula. E vector is equal to rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught. Rho is this, substitute here, under root of x minus 6 whole square plus y minus 8 whole square into a rho. What is a rho? Rho divided by rho. Rho is how much? X minus 6 into ax plus y minus 8 into ay divided by the magnitude. Magnitude is rho, right? Root of x minus 6 whole square plus y minus 8 whole square. We can rewrite it, right? Root of the same quantity, right? This is whole to the power of half, whole to the power of half. It will be 1. So I will rewrite this rho L by 2 pi epsilon. Root of this, it will be 1. So I will be writing it as x minus 6 whole square plus y minus 8 whole square, right? This both, this into this, root of this, right? Root x into root x, that is x only, right? And this one numerator I'll write as it is, x minus 6 into ax plus y minus 8 into ay. That's all, right? So this is the expression for electric field intensity at point P due to the infinite line charge located other than the z-axis, parallel to z-axis, right? This is parallel to z-axis. So I hope you understood this concept, right? Next we'll solve few numericals based on this. A uniform line charge, infinite in extent, with line charge density rho L equal to 20 nanocoulomb per meter, lies along z-axis. Find E vector at the point 683. So we'll try to draw the diagram first. Without diagram also we can do, but it is always better to draw the diagram. So line charge is along z-axis. So let me take all the three axes, x, y and z. So line charge is placed along z-axis, infinite line charge. This is infinite. It is varying from minus infinity to plus infinity along z-axis. Line charge density, I have to indicate like this. Rho L means this is line charge is placed, or else this will become line charge, right? So or else you make it thick, right? If it is thick, it means that this is the line charge is placed here. Yes. And rho L is 20 nanocoulomb per meter. Then we want to find out E at 683. So x is 6, roughly I am drawing. X is 6, y is 8 and z is 3. Somewhere it will come here, not to the scale. Let me call it as P. P of 6, 8, 3. Then I will draw the perpendicular line from source point to field point. This is field point and this is the source point, right? And it is normal. And what are the coordinates of this? Let me call it as A of, yes, everywhere on this line x is 0, y is 0. But what about z? Z should be same as this. Z is 3 here, it should be 3 because they are normal, perpendicular, right? They are in the same plane. So 0, 0, 3 are the coordinates. Then let me call this as, right? This is rho vector and unit vector is a rho. Then we know that E due to infinite line charge is given by rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho into a rho. But what is rho here? So to be very specific, rho vector is RAP, because rho vector, right, from A to P, I have called this point as A and this point RAP, it is same, right? RAP. And A row vector, what is A row vector? A row vector is nothing but it is from A to P, AAP. Just I am changing the notation for my convenience, that's all, or else we could have continued with the same notations. So first we'll find out row vector, that is RA to P. So A to P, source point to field point, 6 minus 0, 6 AX, then 8 minus 0, 8 AY, then 3 minus 3, Z component will vanish, it has to vanish because the line charge is lying along Z axis, so Z component should not come into picture. Then what is rho? That is simply RAP, the magnitude, under root of 6 square plus 8 square. We'll calculate this, how much you will get. Under root of 6 square plus 8 square. So we are getting it as 10. So this is 10. Then next we'll try to find out what is A row. A row is equal to AAP. So vector RAP divided by its magnitude, RAP, right? So RAP I have here, and magnitude. We try to directly substitute in the formula. E vector is equal to, what is rho L? Rho L is 20 nano. 20 nano means 10 power minus 9 divided by 2 into pi into epsilon naught is 8.854. This is the constant, you know it, 10 power minus 12. Then what is rho? Rho is nothing but RAP, right? So its magnitude is 10. So I am writing it 10. Then into, what is A row? The vector RAP by RAP, right? So vector RAP is 6AX plus 8AY divided by its magnitude is once again 10. Is it fine? So 10 1 ja 10, 10 2 ja 20, right? 2 2 will vanish, 2 2. Next 10, I will take this 10 this side, right? Okay, we will calculate what we are getting. So this 10 I will, from here I will take 10 somewhere here. I am shifting, that's all. You don't do it like that, just for my convenience I am doing, right? First I will calculate this part, this entire part, how much I will get. In morning class I got this wrong, I don't know, let me check it. 10 to the power of minus 9 divided by 10 into pi, 10 into pi into 8.854 exponential minus 12. So I am getting it as 3.59. In the morning also I got the same thing, but it is wrong. I should get 1.79. Please check it, anywhere I have gone wrong. Morning also the same thing happened. Morning also same thing happened. I should get 1 point, somebody told 1.79 I will get, but how? You check it. Please, one of you respond. Morning I got 3.59 only, but your friend has calculated and told 1.79. Once again I am getting the same thing here. You calculate this part. Calculate this part. 10 1 ja, 10 2 ja, right? 10 1 ja over 10 2 ja. Then 2 1 ja, 2 1 ja. This will vanish. Please check it. This part, whether anybody is getting 1.79 something, this part, only this part.
The 11.29 itself.
11 point, this only this
29,
part,
sir.
only this part.
Yes.
11.29, huh? No, check it. I am getting it as 3.59, but this is also wrong because morning somebody told 1.79 something they told. Let me calculate once again. Nano means 10 power minus 9 only. 2 into pi. This 10 I have taken here. This 10. Others, please. Only one have responded.
3.59, sir.
How much? 3.59.
3.59.
I am also getting 3.59 only, but somebody told in the morning that it is wrong. Somebody told that they told it is 1.79. If it is 1.79, I will get this textbook answer. We will not go by textbook answer or something like that. Whatever I do, it should be correct.
So 3.59 itself.
Yes, I am also getting 3.59 only.
3.59.
Correct, no? 3.59, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me proceed with this. But I have to get back because somebody in the morning told we will get 1.79. If it is 1.79, we will get the textbook answer. But I'm not worried. Procedure should be correct. Let me check it. 3.59 also. I am also getting same thing. 3.595. 595 into 6ax plus 8ay. So we will multiply and I will write the final answer here. 3.595 into 6. So I am getting it as 21.57. But here the answer is 10.7 something. Let it be. 21.57 AX plus 3.595 into 8. So 28.76. But here it is 14.38. 28.76 AY. Volt per meter, but somebody told 1.7. I don't know how they will get. So if it is 1.79 into 6, I will get the textbook answer 10.74 something, right? Please check it. This will see. In the morning some puts I got 3.595 only, but people told some 1.79.
Sir,
Yes, somebody is telling 1.79.
sir, if it is 4 pi epsilon naught, then we will get 1.7.
It is not 4 pi epsilon naught because here in the E due to electric field and we have derived it, right? It is rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho into a rho. This is the formula we have to use. 2 2 will get cancelled in the derivation, right? 2 1 ja 2 2 ja 4,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
Formula is this only. We cannot take 4 pi epsilon naught like that. It is not 4 pi, it is 2 pi only. Rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho into a rho. Okay, I will go by with this only. Let me verify because somebody in the morning they told 1.79. If it is 1.79, I will get this answer. But I'm not worried about the answer. I'm worried about the procedure and correct concept, right? And correct formula. Instead of 2, I cannot take 4 here, right? Rho L by 2 only. It is not 4. This is 2, not 4. Okay, we'll continue with the next problem. And last problem of today's class. There are part A and part B. I will take up part B. Part A, I am leaving it to you people. You do it. Just observe how I am doing part B, and you do the part A. Right? Part A is actually easy. I could have taken this, but since 2 points are here, so I'll be taking part B. Okay. Infinite uniform line charges of 5 nanocoulomb per meter lie along positive and negative x and y axis in free space. Find E vector at part A is this point and part B. I will be taking part B. So part B, instead of calling PB, let me call it as simply P. P of 0, 3, 4. I will not take PB. I will not use this notation. I will change the notation. P of 0, 3, 4. So let me draw the diagram. X-axis, Y-axis and Z-axis. Two infinite uniform line charges of 5 nanocoulomb per meter lying along X and Y-axis. So along X-axis, one of the infinite line charge is lying here. So let me call it as rho L1. So it is 5 nanocoulomb per meter. Along y-axis, another infinite line charge is lying, whose line charge density is rho L2. Let me call it as rho L2, and it is also same 5 nanocoulomb per meter. Both are one and the same. Rho L is equal to rho L1, and that is equal to rho L2, that is equal to 5 nanocoulomb per meter. It is given. Then find the electric field intensity at point P of 0, 3, 4. So let me take 0, x is 0, y is 3, z is 4. Somewhere not to the scale, roughly I am taking. So P of 0, 3, 4. Yes, this is the field point where I want to find out electric field intensity, and source point. This is one source lying along x-axis, another source is lying along y-axis, right? So it is better you make it thick. I cannot make it thick here. You make it. Right, yes, I will try. Okay, this is one line charge. Yes, I will make it thick. Means line charge is lying here. Okay, then I want perpendicular distance from this first line charge. This is the source point. This is source point 1 or and another source 2. Source point 2 or source 2. Source 1 and source 2. So I'll draw the perpendicular line. Right? So let me call it as AP, right? A to P, and this distance as RAP and AAP, right? Then second source, I have second source, draw the perpendicular line, call this as B to P, ABP and RBP. Yes, okay. The total electric field intensity at point P is given by EA to P plus EB to P. So the total electric field intensity E total is equal to the electric EAP due to the first source, then EBP due to the second source lying along y-axis. Call this as equation 1. Then we know the formula E is equal to, due to infinite line charge, rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho into A rho. This formula, right? So first I want EAP. What is EAP? I'll write EAP is equal to rho L. Rho L is same, whether it is rho L1 or rho L2, both are same here. 2 pi epsilon naught. Rho here is nothing but the distance, this one, from source point to field point, that is RAP. Rho is nothing but here RAP. Rho is nothing but RAP into AAP. Yes, fine. So we will try to calculate RAP vector first. A to P. 0 minus, what are the coordinates here at A? This is very important. Observe here. On x-axis, what is the coordinate of y and z? Y is 0, z is 0. What about x? It should be same as this. So x is 0 here. So it has to be 0. Right? Because it has to be perpendicular means 0, 0 means origin. This point A should come here. But I have not drawn to the scale. Just roughly whatever I am getting I have drawn. So I will not shift the origin here. Let it be here only. So anywhere on x-axis, point y and y is 0, z is 0. But what about x? It should be same as this field point, that is 0. Here it is 0, so I am taking 0 here. So first let me find out R A to P. 0 minus 0, x component will vanish. 3 minus 0, 3ay. Then 4 minus 0, 4az. Then what is magnitude RAP? Under root of 3 square plus 4 square. 9 plus 16, root 25 is 5. Right? 3 square 9, 9 plus 16, 16, 25, root 25 is 5. Yes, RAP we have found out. What is AAP? AAP, just I will write it here. AAP is equal to the vector RAP, this one divided by RAP, right? So vector RAP divided by magnitude RAP. This will substitute. Before that, I want to find out EBP and I want to take common. So first let me write EBP. What is EBP? Rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught rho. What is rho? The distance from second source, source point to field point, RBP, B to P here, RBP into ABP, B to P. So we will find out RBP. What are the coordinates of B? We have to calculate here. On y-axis, x is 0. Y we will calculate, z is 0. So x and z are 0 on y-axis anywhere on this line. So x is 0, z is 0. What about y? It should be same as this. Y is 3 here, so I'll take 3 here. Is it fine? So now find out R B to P. So 0 minus 0, x component will vanish. 3 minus 3, y also will vanish. 4 minus 0, 4 az I will get. Then magnitude of RBP, the magnitude is under root of 4 square is 4 only. Right? So then what is ABP? ABP is equal to vector RBP plus magnitude of vector RBP, right? This is the formula. So I'll substitute in equation 1. E total is equal to so we have EAP here and EBP here. So rho L by 2 pi epsilon is common. So I'll take it out. Rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught. I'll take it outside. Remaining thing I'll write See here, rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught is taken out. 1 by RAP into AAP. So what is AAP? AAP is RAP by RAP. RAP, this RAP, RAP square it will become. So what is RAP by RAP square? Similarly, from EBP, rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught is taken out. RBP is left out. ABP is vector RBP by RBP, RBP square. RBP divided by RBP square. So we'll substitute and write. So E total is equal to let me rewrite it once again. Rho L by 2 pi epsilon naught RAP by RAP square plus RBP plus RBP square. So we'll substitute. So rho L is how much? 5 nanocoulomb per meter. So 5 nano. Nano means 10 power minus 9. 2 into pi into epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. Then what is RAP? RAP is here 3AY plus 4AZ. 3AY plus 4AZ divided by what is RAP? RAP is 5 square. 5 square is 25 plus RBP. What is RBP? It is 4AZ. 4AZ. And what is RBP? RBP is 4. 4 square is 16. So first we'll simplify this part outside using calculator. Then we'll see. 5 exponential minus 9 divided by 2 into pi into 8.854 exponential minus 12. So this one I am getting it as 89.8774. See here, I will separate 3 by 25 into AY, 4 by 25 into AZ plus 4 by 16 into AZ I will add this AZ and this AZ I will add 3 by 25. How much I will get? Let me see. 3 divided by 25. So I am getting 0.12. 0.12 AY is over. Next AZ I will add 4 by 25 plus 4 by 16. 4 divided by 25 plus 4 divided by 16. So I am getting it as 0.41. Means AZ I am adding 0.41 AZ. 0.41 AZ. So this is added and this is added. This is taken care of, right? Next we will multiply 89.8774 into 0.12. So I am getting it as 10.78 AY. 89.8774 into 0.41. So I am getting it as 36.849 AZ. This is E, total E. 10.78, 36.84. 10.78, 36.78 or 84, right? 84, right? Almost correct, right? AY and AZ. Yeah, I am leaving part A for you people. I should get 45 AZ. Okay, I'll stop my lecture here. Okay. Okay, I'll stop here only. I'll stop recording also.